What's good in the hood? Alright, so I thought I'd just quickly film this video while I finish doing my makeup. A story about my creepy neighbors. Well, our creepy neighbors. And so we've kind of had like this weird neighbor, and I thought, why not tell the story of it? My baby is over there swinging on his little swing and watching Doc McStuffins. So I want to try to be fast before he gets cranky that I'm not there next to him. I live in an apartment with my husband and my baby. The doors in our apartment to like go outside, it goes like, it's right away outside and not into like a hallway or anything inside of a building. It's just straight outside. I'll roll a clip of what it looks like out there just so that you'll know what I'm talking about whenever I tell the story, so it'll make more sense. Right, so this is my door right here. This is how the balcony is. There's my neighbors right there. As you can see, the stairs right there. And then you have to go around to get to my door. And this is my window and my side of the balcony. So yeah. Alright, so these little weird things started happening like probably after a month. We have already moved in. This was so creepy, you guys. Oh my gosh, I got so scared when it happened. I was pregnant at the time, like probably 8 months pregnant. So I was at the stage of where it was hard for me to sleep at night. So I'd get up like 5 billion times throughout the night. I woke up right at 5 o'clock in the morning, like it was just straight up 5. And I went to the kitchen. Right by my door is the kitchen on the left side, and you saw the window in the video, the giant window that's in my living room. They're like right on the sides of the doors. To the kitchen to get myself a snack because I was hungry, and obviously I was pregnant, so I was like really hungry. I was sitting on the table eating some fruits when I heard my neighbor just start slamming his door. And mind you, this was at 5 in the morning. So he was slamming his door and everything. At first I was like, you know, maybe he's just going to work early in the morning, stuff like that. I stopped hearing him. 10 minutes probably passed, or like 10-15 minutes passed, and I heard some noises right outside my door, which I'm sitting right by my door. It's only been a month since that we have moved in. We still didn't fully unpack, and some of the boxes that we were gonna throw out were outside our doors. And I started hearing like almost like something was like moving those boxes. First I thought it was just a bunch of cats, because we also have like a ton of cats living in our apartments. Like they literally just walk around everywhere. So I was like, whatever, I guess those cats are just playing on the boxes, right? And so then I like look over towards like my living room window, the door, and then the window's like right there. It's right in my view. Somebody was standing right in front of my window, like I mean like right there. I can see their shadows because there was a light kind of in front of the window. The blinds were closed, like you could see just a dark human shadow, and I'm like, oh my god. I literally freak out, and so I run into the bedroom to go get my husband. I was so freaked out. I was kind of scared to go because I didn't want them to see me through like the cracks of the window, but I also like had to go, you know. I told him like, someone's standing outside our window. He's like, what? When we go back out into the living room, no one's out there. And we also went out the door, and like just no one was there. Like that person was gone. I was just like, oh my gosh, that was scary. That was like the first thing that happened. And like throughout that entire month, we would always hear like constant like banging, like it's as if someone was like just like breaking something. The floor would like shake, and it would happen like in the middle of the night. Me and my husband, while watching TV, were like, what is going on? My baby woke up and decided he wanted to be with me. He just confused as to where he is. But I had already finished my makeup. But anyways, back to the story. Hi. Hi. flash forward to when I had already given birth, and in the middle of the night I go to feed him in the living room just so I won't bother my husband. I ended up falling asleep with him right after I fed him on the couch. I think he sees himself on camera. So I was sleeping, kind of woke up to me hearing noises again. So I was like, okay, whatever, I guess he's going to work. He was out there for like an hour or two. I don't know what he was doing, but it sounded like he kept slamming his door back and forth, and he kept like walking around the balcony, and I mean like 2 hours too. He was making some kind of noise, almost like he's crumpling paper or something. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is he doing? I mean, this was happening for like almost 2 hours probably. And like, I was getting kind of scared because I was there with a baby, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, he does that pretty often. Sometimes when I'm up in the morning at that time, like I can hear him just like walk around. And like, I always think he's like going to work. But like, who just walks outside for like almost 2 hours? You know, at like 5 in the morning. Like, what are they doing? I don't understand why they're walking to my side of the apartment if the stairs are on their side. I had gotten up just to like I kind of got freaked out, and I was just like, I don't know, preparing for something. I was standing in front of my door, and we have that little look, like the little hole that you can see through. It was creating, since there's a light on the other side, like it shines down to the floor. That little hole. For some reason, I was just like looking down on the floor at that light. It turns black and then it goes back to light, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, was like someone standing there? I look out through that little hole, but no one's there, and I'm just like, where'd that weird shadow come from, you know? I'm telling you, that guy creeps me out. I just hope he doesn't see this. That'd be kind of like freaky. Here's my last story. This doesn't have to do with my neighbor. It still was kind of creepy. Once again, I ended up passing out in the living room with my baby in the middle of the night after feeding him. This was at 3 o'clock in the morning. For some reason, I thought it was like during the day. It was around the time where like it would already get dark at 5 o'clock. The first few weeks of me having him, I would sometimes nap during the day with him in the living room. It's dark because it's like 5 o'clock. For some reason, I think it's 5 o'clock during the day, and I hear a knock on the door. But it's 3 in the morning. I'm like so tired, and I'm just like, oh, my husband's probably home from work because he usually comes home at 5. Okay, I'll just get up and open the door for him. And like, I didn't even like really think why it was dark, because like I said, I thought it was just during the day. I look through the hole. I can't really see who it is because the light is shining from the back side, so all I see is like a human shadow figure. I can see that they're kind of dressed almost like the way that my husband dresses at work, like in just like raggedy clothes, I guess you could say, not to be mean. Just like, okay, yeah, you know, my husband's home. I opened the door, y'all. It was like some kind of lady, and she was like, oh, my bad, wrong door, wrong house, wrong apartment. I quickly closed the door and lock it, and I just like stand there, and I'm like, what the heck just happened? I was just baffled. I lay back down on the couch with my baby, and then I'm just laying there, I'm like, I can't believe I just opened the door to some stranger at 3 in the morning while my baby's laying right there. And like, I'm just sitting there like freaked out, like what if something happened? Like what if it was like some kind of murder and then they just walked in and killed all of us? I should seriously be more careful. I think about that a lot. Just like, I just can't believe I opened the door to some stranger at 3 in the morning without me really like thinking. These stories might not be scary to you, but to me it was. Cause it's like, I mean, like I see people right outside my window in the middle of the night, like they're shadows, like they're looking inside. Freaking people knocking on my door at 3 in the morning, me opening it, cause I'm so dumb. It is time for me and my little baby to go. Oh, he's looking at the camera. Say bye. So yeah, I hope this video was like fast and not as long as my first video. So deuces.